Okay. But it's a demonstration of what I call digging deep, which is really important to do if you're doing mediumship readings. I know this is just card readings, but since I'm not going to be doing mediumship readings, it's just a good demonstration to just a different way to try doing card readings. And it has to do with senses. I said I was going to be using a blindfold, and I have that here. And does anybody else use a blindfold for any of their readings or anything, or meditating? Nothing?
No, I never thought about that.
Sarah, you have? How do you use your blindfold for readings?
No, actually, just for like meditating, calming down, blocking everything out around me. I like a dark.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as you know, or may not know, like when you put a blindfold on, it's like a blind person. You're getting rid of one sense where the others can get amped up, and
Okay.
it's just it makes concentration a little bit stronger, and I just think everybody should try it at least once. Whether it's just to start with card readings and eventually use it in mediumship, because when I use my blindfold in mediumship, it's a nice strong link. But
okay.
yes, nice strong. But for tonight, just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to just use these cards just to, and these are just a tool. It's just something to focus on, like since there's just two of us here, well, me and you two, that where I could focus on, let's say you, Joanne, and then the card is it's just a connection. It's just a clothesline. It's just
Yep.
I mean, I could be holding this little spray bottle, and it would be the same. But the cards have just some numbers on it, and it just starts. Let's put the Joker down. We don't need that tonight. I actually have not done this before with cards. So
okay.
Yes, I do it with meditation and mediumship readings, but not with cards. So our journey, as you guys know, is all about pushing boundaries, doing things that you have not done before. As an example, yesterday I had friends over this weekend, and this one girl, she had a really bad knee. She screwed it up. I mean, it just hurt her really, really bad. So I'm just like, and in my mind, I just saw crystals all around her. And I don't do crystal healings. I don't work with crystals that way. But apparently I did the other day. And and these things just pop up. And it's just to bring in a nice awareness of other things that we can do, other modalities. So I had her, lie down, and I just closed my eyes, and I saw all these crystals around her in placement. And they were way out of alignment, and it made sense with her chakras and everything. But she's like, wow. And half hour later, the pain in her knee was actually gone. I'm like, wow. I go, it's really, I've never done that before. She's like, well, whatever you did, it worked.
Yep.
But again, it's one of those things where you're not going to know until you try. All right. So going back to the demonstration, I just want to take a few minutes out and explain how it works in mediumship. Everybody does mediumship differently, but the way I was trained, it's referred to as digging deep. I think I have some videos on it in the group. I can always repost them. But what it is basically when you do a reading, either it's a card reading or a mediumship reading. Sarah, I know you're clairvoyant. Joanne, I don't know if you are, but we see images, right? And it's like somebody would take a bunch of photographs, and just one by one spirit would place these photographs, in front of us, and we see these little images, and we have to kind of play detective as to what spirit is trying to tell us.
Right. Yeah, there's a translation challenge from what I've heard from people
Yes,
who channel regularly.
yes. And I'm just going to tell this one experience, and it is going to explain again what this demonstration is about tonight. All right, so I was doing a reading, mediumship reading for somebody, and I don't know if I had a blindfold on or not. I may have, but it was just like a little movie, you know, a clip, frame by frame by frame. As I connected with her in spirit, I see a room. So the first thing I saw was a room, you know, wooden floor and a rocking chair. I'm like, okay, that was the first image. Means absolutely nothing. You know, if I'm doing a reading for you, say, okay, I see a house with a wooden floor and a rocking chair. And you guys would be like, whoop-de-doo. Good for you. So I'm like, that's fine and dandy, spirit, but you have to give me more information. So then on the rocking chair, I see feet. There's feet in the next frame. So then I say to the sitter, I'm like, okay, in the rocking chair, I now see feet with slippers, and they look like older feet. So I'm going to assume that it might be an older woman, maybe a grandmother. So I said to spirit, fine and dandy, still not enough. Let's keep going. Okay, this is how we dig deep.
Wow.
Yes, this is how we do readings. This is how we do mediumship readings. Because unless you give a detail in mediumship, it's not a mediumship reading. Unless you can give validation of actually a detail, you can't say, oh, your grandmother's with you. She loves you so much. She's cooking in the kitchen. She loves you. No, that doesn't work. That might be a psychic, and there's nothing wrong with psychic readings.
Oh, right.
We do that a lot with card readings, and that's fantastic. So anyway, going back to mediumship reading, so I kept asking spirit for more information. I'm like, not enough information, show me more. So we went from the chair to the slippers. So I'm speaking with the sitter. I'm like, okay, possibly a grandmother. She's like, okay, possibly. And so I'm like, more information, keep it going. And then it was just like a camera lens moving across the floor and now to the bed. And I'm like, okay, now I see a bed, and the bed is, you know, maybe a double bed, maybe a queen, maybe one or two people. And I described what the bed looked like with a comforter. And the sitter said, yes, that sounds familiar. Still not enough information. So, you know, I'm starting to get frustrated with spirit. You know, can we stop playing games? Can we, you know, speed it up a little bit and just, you know, come on. And I speak to spirit like this when I have, you know, mediumship readings. So then I see an image of a feather. That could be literally anything. And so I'm like, okay, so this is where, you know, we have to keep that, where a blindfold would come in handy, because at that point, a feather, you know, my mind would come in and say, okay, a feather, you know, is it an angel sign? Is it, you know, do you live on a farm? And I actually said that because I didn't get enough information. And I said, I go, a feather? Okay, was this house by a farm? And she said, no. I'm like, oops. So I pulled back and I said, okay, spirit, we're not on a farm. I go, I see the feather, I see the bed. Thank you. Give me more images. Give me more information. So at this point, I think I'm pretty sure I have the my blindfold on because I needed to concentrate and hold that link. And so we are now on the surface of the bed. And I said, okay, spirit, yes, bed, feather. And then, oh, my cat, hold on, he's at the door. You guys are so bad. Her.
Kitty.
I'm sorry about that. They just love, you know, like your cat, Sarah, you know, right?
Oh, they feel the energy right away.
Yeah.
They
I mean, I have
want to be part of it
Johnny
all.
sitting behind me in the chair right there.
Oh yeah, I see. Okay, I got you.
So then I see, you know, I see a duck, a goose. I'm like, okay, farm, pets. And she's like, no, no, and no. I'm like,
Right.
concentrate. And then at that point, when you get a few no's, you know, if your images are not correct and if your link is not strong, you know, that's where you really have to, where I just, you know, lock down and pull in all my senses, you know, and I had the blindfold on. What do I feel like? Do I feel happy, sad? What do I smell? What do I hear?
Okay.
And that's why, you know, when I have one of my senses closed, the other ones will kick in. And, you know, that's where in mediumship, those little details come in, because then you could feel or sense the connection that spirit is trying to convey, feelings of love and, you know, all that mushy stuff. But still I needed to complete, you know, the story. So I'm like, okay, I see a feather, a goose. I'm like, spirit, please give me more information. Then they showed me pillows. I'm like, pillows, down. Okay, I got it. You had 2 big down pillows on that bed, right? She said, yes. I'm like,
Oh, here we go.
I'm like, okay, here we go. I'm like, great. Why do I have to work so
That's
hard?
interesting.
So then I was like, okay. And spirit was like, yeah, you got it. I'm like, stop messing with me. Why don't you just give me this information? But you know, whoever, you know, this grandmother on the other side was playing a little game with me, making my life a little difficult. But after these images, and then she I guess felt bad for me. She's like, okay, you know, the pillows and everything just flew after that. Then, you know, spirit showed me the end table. And I'm like, okay, there's the end table by the bed. The sitter said, yes. I'm like, okay. And then spirit showed me another picture of books. I go, there's books on the bed. I said, I see. Grandmother read books to you, because then I saw grandmother sitting on the edge of the bed. And these are series of pictures. And she says, yes, 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 and yes. I go, and the books, they were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books in that little section. She goes, yes, exactly. And then the reading went on. But it was a struggle. It started with just a wooden floor, and it went right across the room. I saw the entire room, the books, the feathered bed. But sometimes spirit will play tricks, you know, depending on their personality. And that's one thing that's one thing also to convey, you know, in a reading, you know, mediumship reading, that spirit is, you know, playing a little game and thinking it's kind of funny to make the medium work really hard. But after a while, and that's a personality that you can also bring in through this mediumship reading. But anyway.
So that's why people get skeptical, because you're doing it piece by piece instead of knowing all at once exactly what's going on and having all the validation at one time.
Yes.
You're relying on someone who's no longer has eyes, ears, nose, a mouth, and stuff like. I mean, they've got to figure out, just like in the ghost story movies, how to communicate with just energy or whatever. And so they're facing a challenge on their end too, if it's a person who's passed.
Yeah,
about that?
and it is a challenge, you know, and it's happened so many times where you know, you see a picture and for the most part you can kind of sense, you know, the direction is going or how much detail spirit is willing to give you right away. But the times that it's not, you know, I saw a wooden floor, and the very first, I don't know about you girls, but the very first images that I see, the very first one is the most important, you know. So and within the first 10 minutes of a mediumship, you know, reading, and then after that it gets fluffy. So I know that within the first 10 minutes I better nail it, or otherwise it's not going to happen, you know. So anyway, so this is, like I said, this is just a demonstration, and I'm going to read both you girls tonight.
Cool.
And I'm not quite sure. Like I said, I said spirit's going to take the wheel. I'm not sure how this is going to unfold, or but I think what I want to do is pick one of you know, whoever wants to go first, and I'm going to put my blindfold on, and I'm going to just really, you know, just hone in on my senses. You know, what do I, and it's going to be a psychic, you know, connection, you know, based on, you know, whoever but it's what do I feel? And I'm gonna obviously close my eyes, with this, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if a story unfolds, or if it's just a quick image. Is it a feeling? Is it a story? Is it, I don't know, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, so that's when I do mediumship readings, how to make that link stronger, and to use your senses full throttle, when you need to. When we feel that link getting fuzzy, have a blindfold handy, because
okay.
yeah. Okay, who wants to go first?
Tara, did you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Joanne? Okay, good.
Sure.
All right. So, all right, Sarah muted herself. Good. All right, so right now, Joanne, I'm just gonna connect with you. And you already gave me permission to connect. That's vitally important. So whatever is, can show up through these readings, I call them intuitive readings, chakra readings, energy, aura, colors, angels, what you had for dinner last night. I don't know. Whatever it is, it shows up. Okay, so I'm going to I have the cards here, and I'm gonna put my blindfold on, and then I'm just going to open up the deck. You're going to tell me which card you see, and just let me know.
Oh, okay. I will do that.
I'm not even going to see the card. I feel like maybe you should ask me something that might be on your mind today. Would that be okay? If you have a question, or a concern, or just some words that I can focus on. Okay.
Okay.
I never wore this mask. I just got this at Target too. Isn't it pretty? It's like pink satin.
I know.
Okay. All right.
Awesome.
Ooh, look how pretty. Okay, good. I know this is completely silly, but like I said, if you guys can find this useful, where's my cards? If you can find this useful, then you never know. It might be awesome too. This is a little tight. Okay. Oh, shoot, wait a minute. I wanted to do one more thing. I have essential oils here. This one is a combination of cedar wood and some other earthy, smoky smells. And I want to just put that on for grounding. It smells so good. I just rub it on my thumbs here. That smells so good. And that's just earth and grounding, so that instantly I just felt a drop instantly. Okay. And this other one, I have a spray. I believe it's peppermint, and this is for the higher chakras. Oh yeah. And that's to get the third eye and the higher chakras going. Can you smell it? Ooh, that smells good. All right. Okie dokie. So I'm not gonna shuffle. They will land on the floor because I can't see. So I'm just gonna cut it in half. And can you see a card?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me what it is?
It's the 5 of spades.
5 of spades, okay. All right, so Joanne, so do you have a question or something that you want clarity on, or just a statement, or just something that I could connect with you?
What should I focus on to make this change?
All right, I instantly got a tingle right across my head here. Whoa, that's pretty wild. The color that I see is indigo blue, and it looks like
Okay.
And it looks like a and again, I'm just going to chat. If something resonates, just say yes. Okay.
Okay.
Without giving me any additional information. So this blue, it's a black background with a blue, looks like a magic carpet, and it's moving left to right. Indigo, it represents magic. I think I said this to you before about a little magic purple bag. You are still in this energy of magic, and I love it. It's almost like the velvet bag I mentioned to you earlier has now opened and it's moving.
Mm.
Okay. Now I have this image. Now I'm going to try to pull more from that. Underneath this piece of material is stairs. Stairs is symbolic of moving up towards, climbing towards this moving object, which is a indigo rug, so to speak. Can you just ask your question again, Joanne, please?
What do I need to focus on to make this change?
Okay. There is something that is stopping you from climbing up this ladder to reach that magic carpet ride. You are under it and it's moving. You are spiritually in balance. But again, the background of everything is completely dark, which means your light did not come on yet. So you have a ladder. It's a wooden ladder. So lots of whatchamacallits, prongs, rungs, steps. So that means you have a bit of ways to go before you reach this magic carpet.
Okay.
This is very odd. The word centennial popped in. Centennial. What does that mean? 100, right? 100 something?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Centennial. Okay, so this is odd. What does that mean? Okay, staying with the
Interesting.
take notes for a second, Joanne.
Yeah, I will. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I am.
So staying with the centennial, like I said, I'm going to keep pulling out information from that. I feel like I want to turn that number. It's not 100. It feels like it needs to be turned. That's odd. Why would you turn a number? Time. Okay. It's going backwards. Going back in time.
Okay.
Going back. I'm not sure what that means. Let me see if I can get more information.
Oh,
Just write it down, Joanne.
I got it.
Okay. Past lives keep coming up. I don't know if I want to get into that. That's a big, but 100 centennial, it's upside down. It's turning counterclockwise. This means it's going back.
Okay.
It feels like, and I'm seeing gears and time. Okay, this is a timeline. What you think might take a long time, a century. Just go back a little bit. It's not going to take your journey. It's not going to take as long as you think it is, but it's saying go back. You have to go back and do what? Hold on. Okay, I'm seeing a rooster. Very strange. Okay, very random, very strange. Starting to feel like a little dizzy right now. So rooster might mean, this could mean anything from a male person in your
Right,
life
yeah.
to something early, catch it early, start again.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
It's,
All
early
right.
in the morning.
You need to go back a little bit in time, and what you're working on, just start over, rethink it. Just rethink it. Rethink your business plan, so to speak. All right, now I'm seeing a table with like a plaid on it. Everything's on the table. Is it a card table? It feels like when I see plaid, that's my symbol for nationality, which could be like Irish or Scottish. Yeah. I don't know if you have roots, nationality now. Do you have that? Is that your background? No, okay, just
might be partly, but more again, you're going into my own past because my first husband was definitely from that background.
okay. All right, so this table's representing house because it's 4 squares. It's house, it's home, it's root chakra. You had just mentioned your husband.
Okay.
Okay, so this is tying into family, laying things out on the table, rooster, starting over, new beginning, go back in time, and the things that you've learned before, relearn them, rethink them, and then move forward, and then go to your ladder, and then continue up to your little beautiful magic carpet that's up there. You know, when we're too close to our situation, you know, we can't see it. But when somebody on the outside is looking in, they might have a clearer perception of what's going on. So sometimes there's like too much on the table. So just, you know, clear it. So clear your mind of all that stuff in the past. And just, again, go back in time and rethink. Does that make sense so far? A little bit?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. All right, so. All right, so and again, that card that we pulled, it has the feeling of 5 is the number of balance. So you have everything that you need, you know, to go, but the spades is like a stop, because you just have to fine tune a few things before you can move forward. But you're really close, Joanne. You're really close.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, got it. Thank you.
Good? Okay, good.
Yep, I'm good.
Ooh, I'm snowblind. All right.
Ah!
All right. So what did you want to say about that and those images?
Actually, when I first saw the 100 and it said it was turned around, I was kind of almost expecting to hear something about 2 later. 2001 is when I got divorced. That was a very big change. Also, my understanding of numerology tells me that the 5 generally represents a disruptive change. All the odd numbers are changeable. They're odd. They're not even like this, like the tables with the square that you were talking about. But I thought your thing was interesting, that you're also on a balance point when you're at 5, getting ready to move in one direction or another. I like the part about the past because I spent quite a bit of time studying tarot and other kinds of things between 2001 and say 2013, and I kind of went off in a more sort of generalized, unfocused direction with doing spiritual counseling and stuff like that. And I found it very difficult to pin down what it was I was doing. And maybe I was just kind of standing around the bottom of the ladder, you know, where the heck is that magic carpet? So when you said magic, that's important. And the table actually made me think of a table that a fortune teller would sit at to do their readings. So I'm sensing that my skepticism about being able to make a business out of the tarot thing in the past, I may need to revisit that, because I've seen some synchronicities lately that indicate that might be something that I could actually do more of. So all of that kind of fit rather nicely. I like your channel, and I like the fact that you started at the crown chakra, which is also something I have been pointed to by a tarot reader who did a
Oh.
reading for me on Sunday.
Nice.
So you know, that fits with that as well. So everything is meshed together, meeting you recently. Yeah, lots of different things. I am not clairvoyant. I consider myself, if anything, clairsentient. I just know things and I don't know why I know them. I just know them and they come out of my mouth. I don't have a picture. I don't have voices in my head because I don't allow them. I like to be grounded, so I have a tendency to make it very difficult for spirit to communicate with me. And I take advantage of other people who have an easier time than I do. I have a lot of resistance, unfortunately. So thank you very much. That was extremely valuable.
Okay.
Thank you so much, especially since I'd have paid for something like that. That
Well,
was
I do have
awesome.
a PayPal link if you'd like to make a donation. No, I'm
Ooh, okay, yes,
kidding.
I definitely. No, I
Kidding.
mean, but
kidding.
some
But anyway,
people
so
have tip jars, you know, relative or what.
it's not going to make me or break me. Hey, listen, but
Yeah.
this is what I'm talking about when just a good example of when you close your eyes,
Mm-hmm.
you can just feel more, you know, and it just puts,
Yeah.
you know, because when we do readings and you have eyes open, it's just a little more, for me at least, just a little more anxiety because I see things and I see things around me. And but here, you know, I was with myself in a closed room, completely closed, and I was just focused on it was like time stopped, and I felt my body, I felt my head tingle, and you know, these images just were very clear.
Right.
Something
Right.
as ridiculous as a
agree.
rooster, you know, that's ludicrous, but it was very symbolic of time and starting over, you know, of again, it could have been a male or, you know, whatever it was that I said, you know.
Okay, you want to hear this one?
Yeah.
Here's your validation.
Okay.
Because I thought that rooster sounds awfully familiar. That's my animal in the Chinese astrology. I was born in 1957.
Well,
That's
So
cool.
there's your roost. There's your validation, Donna, for that part. That sounds awfully familiar. Whoa, I better go look. So I see.
well, you know what? All these images are in your aura field for a reason.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, you're getting this from my energy, and I'm like, and I wasn't even conscious of that at the time. I couldn't remember what it was.
All right. Well, you know what? You just write those things down. We'll have this recording, and as time goes on, you might get a little more insights about those images. But anyway, do you see how one image just led to another, and when one came up, like what? And then I just sat and I just felt and listened, and that's what happens when you wear a mask. Okay.
Okay, right. That's just it takes away all the external distractions, including kitty cats.
Including kitty cats. All right, Sarah, you ready?
Okay.
For my Joanne, let's just put you on mute. Is that okay? Okay, she's muted. Oh, let me just shut my mail off. That was annoying. Hold on. Okay.
That's it. I have that happen all the time. I have all these dings when I'm on. It just happens.
I usually shut it off. Okay, let me just break my connection from Joanne. I'm gonna spray. I'm gonna spray that and just reapply my oil, my woodsy, yummy cedar wood, and some other kind of smoky yumminess grounding. Smells so good. All right.
I haven't tried that before, but I am going to try the oil technique that you're using. I think that would be very helpful, especially if I'm on the run too.
Yeah. Oh, I think we lost Joanne. She did. Oh, there she is. Okay. All right. So let me just shuffle these cards just a little bit. All right. So let me put my lovely mask on. Still got the tag on it. All right. Okay, Sarah.
Okay.
All right, let me just get my cards. Just give me a minute. It smells so good. Let me just shuffle just a little bit. All right. I have a card for you here. Can you see it?
I can, yes.
You can? Okay, what is it?
7 of hearts.
7 of hearts?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what question or statement or whatever it is that you want to say, to ask?
Well, I'm always trying to work on my spiritual growth, and I want to know, like, what should I focus on next? I mean, I have interest in writing a book, interest in learning different techniques, but I'm trying to like really hone in on my focus because I am kind of all over the place because I love to know everything. So whatever spirit is guiding you to like direct me to would be great.
Do you have a connection with horses?
I do.
Okay. I see like a brown quarter horse. His nose is facing this way. I mean, do you own a horse?
I
Or-
grew up with quarter horses and paints on my
Oh.
grandma's farm. That's where I grew up. A quarter horse I was on at 6 months
Okay,
old.
hold on, don't tell me too much.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. All right, so you want more like a focus for your spirituality, which direction?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so sticking with the horse, because like I said, the first image that comes in is the most important. So now I have to figure out, you know, what's with the horse. All right, going down the legs, and I was brought to the horseshoes, which I see the word luck. Now, this card is, can you still see it?
Yes.
It's backwards, okay. 7 of
Yes.
hearts, you said? Okay.
Yes.
The hearts obviously represents love, and you just said you grew up with horses, so this is clearly, you know, a love yours. Now 7 for me, and everybody does numerology different. Joanne's numbers are very different from what mine are, but that's okay, because it's just all based on intuition. To me, 7 means 2 things. On one thing, it's a bit of a sacrifice, but on the other side, it's a highly intuitive, which I just shot right back down to the horseshoes, and I see luck, and now I'm seeing stars. Astrology. Do you do anything in astrology? With astrology?
I don't. I've always found it quite complex.
Yes, I agree. Okay. Just note thing of astrology, and with the horseshoe, it's saying that possibly luck with astrology. You might want to try that.
Okay.
Actually, while I was pulling the cards, I had felt my heart chakra. I should have mentioned, because I went, I did a little breathe out. That was because my heart was thumping a little bit. It's, I like that we pulled the hearts, so it's heart chakra, and obviously you have a love for this animal. You already do animal communication, correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. Interesting. I see somebody pulling this horse out of his stall, with his reins, but he's pulling back like he doesn't want to go. I wonder why. Somebody is pulling him tightly, and he just pulled his head back. He doesn't want to leave the stall. There's oh, okay. Now this is all about body parts on the horse. Now the focus has moved to his stomach area, and I heard rebirthing, to to come up with a new modality, like, you know, you were asking for one. So, so the stomach looks big and swollen, as if to rebirth, to birth, give birth to something new. Odd. Inside this belly, I'm seeing cards, you know, open cards on two hands. Interestingly, they are regular playing cards. Have you tried using regular playing cards?
No, I have not.
Okay, that's another thing you might want to try. And it's not only because I'm doing it, it's because I see it in the belly of the horse to digest it. Okay, in the stomach, this means to digest these suggestions. Okay. Now, the astrology was on the base of the horse by the feet. So that is something more that's going to be more in alignment with you. The cards are in the stomach, is something to digest, something to think about. May not be a strong link for you, but it's a suggestion to digest. But the stronger suggestion is by the feet of the horse, which is astrology. Wild. All right, so now we're going to the back end of the horse. This is wild. And the tail is flipping back and forth. Now I know in Lenormand cards, the whip means like to break patterns, the way I interpret it, just to try something different, to break patterns, just to like we're doing here, you know, just try something you have not tried before. Just go out of your comfort zone. I love the image that they just showed me. Like now we are a racing horse and we're going fast. You know, you are on this horse and you're going towards the finish line. You are going fast. So it feels like once you kind of touch base on a few things, it's going to move quickly and you're going to say, oh, I like this, or it just clicks. But experiment with the things that I've mentioned, you know, with the cards and astrology that you haven't done before.
Okay.
I feel like there might be more. Hold on. All right, now I'm seeing a lock, you know, one of those old-fashioned keys. I have a question for you, Sarah. I think it's from, oh, I'm starting to get dizzy. I'm gonna hold on to the table. I think it's from a guide. I don't know if it's my guides asking you a question or your guides asking you a question. There's a lock on this door. And I think way back when you and I first met, I saw, remember on your rib cage, I saw a door. Didn't I say the same thing about a door? I did.
I think
I did. All right, so these guides are they're telling me to ask you, do you want me to open this door?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Okay. All right. I'm excited. Hold on. All right. The door is open and there is a mountain with little Sharpie edges. This means that you're going to go outside this door and you're going to try different things. And yeah, it's going to be an uphill climb, not a battle, but a climb. And nothing in life is easy in our journey. You have to work for it. Otherwise it's you know, it's garbage, right? You have to work for it. Those things we work for are the most satisfactory to us. So this is a mountain, and it's a beautiful mountain. It's a pleasurable journey. It's fun, and you're going to enjoy this journey. On top of this mountain, there's a rainbow, which is unusual. And I'm like, okay, what's with the rainbow? And then the rainbow is being taken apart, color by color. The yellow, the pink, the green, the blue. It's dissected. And I said, what is that? And that means people. each color means a person, a group of people. So when you get to the top of this mountain, which is going to be your goals, obviously, that your rainbow, where they say, you know, we all want to reach a rainbow, you know, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. It's there that once you reach there, is that you'll be able to. You're going to be helping a lot of people, Sarah.
Okay.
Which you already do, but they're separated. It feels like they're young. Like these colors, these separations feel like they're. I keep hearing children, young. There's like 4, I think. 1, 2. Yeah, I think there's 4. But this rainbow represents a group of people, like young. Oh, okay. You're going to be teaching.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be teaching. Is that something you've been considering?
Kind of, yeah, to pull in some more of
Okay.
that. Yes, but
That's it. And the books, I just saw a book close. That's it. You're going to be teaching younger children about spirituality, about cards or astrology or whatever it is that you feel connected to. You're going to start pulling in younger people who are just starting out, young people, kids, not kids, but just younger people. Teacher. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Does that sound?
Oh, I've got lots of confirmations for you.
Okay, good. All right. So we're good. That was wild. All right.
Yeah.
So tell me about that.
So the younger people, I have my children who my 16-year-old is awakening, and she just inherited one of my gifts, which you wouldn't know unless someone was dying and she's 16 and hasn't experienced a lot of death. But one of the gifts is, you know, when someone's going to die and you know it's the last time you see them. So I know when people are going to die, and she just started to inherit that. So she is awakening. And I had a young man today, which was what really caught me, asking me to teach him. He is a young psychic medium, but he already has his mentor, and he was asking me to teach him about past lives and help him figure his out.
Awesome.
And so I'm not going to, because he's not mine to mentor. He already has a mentor.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Unless somebody invites me to, then I will, because he has a parent that makes those rules, you know.
Yes.
You got to follow what the parents want.
Absolutely.
So the horse thing, there's a lot that goes on there, and you picked up on 2 things. 1, you picked up on one of my cases that I have, and 2, you incorporated that case into my reading about me. I have a case where I've been working with horses that a schizophrenic neighbor has been coming over and harming the one, where, you know how you were saying that one was being pulled?
Yeah.
There is one horse that is being harmed. And I read those horses and I was trying to help that. So you picked up on that energy big time. And then the number 7, 2s and 7s, or 27, is very important to me. And I don't know why it just started that way in my life. But 27 was always my number, even when I raced motorcycles, and it happens to be my husband's birthday, February 7th. So are important to me. And then the hearts came into play. So I really feel like it has a lot of love for my husband, which of course I have much love for my husband.
Of course.
I would be interested in learning astrology. It has kicked into my mind quite a few times, but I feel like it's so much math. Maybe I'm not like getting it. I struggle with it for some reason.
Joanne says no,
I'm
it's
just
not.
like, it feels so much math and when I look at it. But so yeah, that is something that I should learn more about, even just for mediumship purposes. Yeah. Lots of good things in there. I mean,
you can keep it. First of all, there's software that does the charts for you, and you can get into all the in-depth of all these details, but you can also keep it. Because I did tarot first and I just wanted to learn astrology to get more overall general knowledge about, because the tarot cards are associated with different astrological signs and planets and stuff. And I was like, okay, I just want to get the, you know, I don't need to go into some of these really fancy areas of this, and the computer can do the calculations to do a chart and stuff. So I've found a really comfortable spot and kind of stopped taking the more detailed little courses. But I took courses from the tarot lady, Teresa Reed, by being part of her Patreon. And she does classes every month in astrology and tarot. And I stopped doing this. I dropped down my membership just recently because I was okay, astrology, I'm done. You know, I really don't need anything else to do what I want to do. But I was able to help friends. Just, I thought I was going to do tarot and stuff with them, and they wanted to know about their astrology stuff. And I gave them all kinds of cool, just by knowing not just sun signs, but knowing some of the other things besides that, but not going like, because I was just like you. I thought, oh my God, I can't calculate all this stuff.
Overwhelming.
But you can find a place to hang out. I'll send you the title to Teresa's beginner's book on astrology, and I think you'll find that very easy to get into it as far as you want to go. She's great at explaining stuff, and then you can stop whenever you want. So I really think Donna has got a good message for you, and this is a great opportunity that I have to help you say yes.
Great.
Basically.
Great.
So I think you'll have fun with it. I really do. Yeah.
Sarah, did you want to say
have to-
anything else about those messages?
Well, with the playing cards, I need to learn more about that as well. So what I will probably need to do is go back on your YouTube and watch some of your training on how to use playing cards. I think you may have had some other courses on those. Maybe I missed a while ago.
I don't know if I did or not, but a lot of the suits relate to tarot. I don't do tarot, but it's just I could send you some links that help me. And numbers, again, it's I don't know anything about numerology. I just go based on intuition, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and that's
Me
perfectly
neither.
legitimate way to
Yeah.
do it too.
Now about Sarah, what I like about yours is it was again like what I said in you know, the readings, the first images that show up, that is the key to these readings. And stay with it. Just stay with it. Hey, Johnny. And develop it, and just like taffy, just keep pulling it and pulling it and pulling it. And
Oh, the rainbow.
hold on one second. Hey, Johnny, come on. Hey, you. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, the rainbow, right.
Go.
You had that in the beginning. Yeah, sometimes we get caught up in what the last thing was. and
Yeah, the
forget what
rainbow
it
was the very last thing. But
So I think that has a lot to do not only with like working with kids,
yeah.
but my soul sisters that I'm a part of, I'm one of the older ones and they're younger. So that's kind of a little circle that we've been making. And I was just doing a reading on a 27-year-old who's part of the circle today. And I was just telling her that you have so much awesome, years. I'm 44 and you're already in tune. You have so much greatness coming to you. And so I felt like that was a teachable moment with somebody just sharing that. And we have all become very close. And she said that today. She's like, it was like we were all meant to be together in this soul group of mediums. And it really does feel like that. And they are younger than me. So
yeah,
that's
and a rainbow clearly meant like a group of people, but younger. Yeah. So
Yeah. That's really cool.
yeah, it was really.
right. So that's about it. We're on an hour. So that was just like I said, demonstration.
Wow.
Yeah. If you want to.
That was wonderful. Thank you so much. It was a great.
Yeah.
thank you, girls. I mean, I mean, the visuals were, and it's nice because, when you close your eyes, again, I just felt like just Sarah, or just Joanne, and then, it was just ease and no anxiety and no stress versus, it's all fun to do readings and whatnot, but it's just a different vibe. And just, just try it next time that, you do your readings, and, note how your body feels. And if you get any, like with Joanne, I got the head tingle, with Sarah, my heart chakra, where I had to breathe. And it happened to be very important in both of your readings. So,
Yep.
All right, girls. So that's about it. Thank you so much. This was totally fun.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
And yeah, so let me just shut the recording off and we can just chat for a second.